Hello everyone, my name is Marshall Yun. I'm an instructor at the Hong Kong Polytechnic University English Language Center, the ELC. And today I would like to share with you my learning innovation plan. This semester I taught ELC 3121, which is English for Scientific Communication. My students are science students, and the first assignment they had to do was to write a very large full scientific report, and that was written for an audience of scientists and specialists. For their second assignment, which I used my learning innovation plan on, is for them to write a science report that is much shorter, the same topic, but for a non-specialist audience. So they need to take the same science report, but write it in a way that a general audience could understand. My students were probably thinking, why should I strive for success? What's the point of this assignment? And for myself, I was thinking about how I can motivate my students, what kind of purpose I can give to them, what kind of angle I can give for this assignment. I thought the concept can be centered around the concept of a digital reputation. So for digital reputation, it's all the things that we put on social media, Facebook, Instagram, websites. And for the concept of digital reputation, the first thing I did was to give my students an example. So I created a website of my own, and on my website, I had two purposes in mind. The first is I want to show them my views and expectations as a teacher. So I put things like my mantra about me caring about them, wanting them to be successful. I put certain rules and regulations that I always cover, such as phone calls, my concept about how I view success and about grades, how grades are earned, not received. And I also use the website to show how we can write for a general audience. So I put on my website different articles about success and different articles about cyberbullying. So from looking at these examples, they can see that how I chose the content, how I did the writing, and how I addressed a general audience. And these are all related to the concept of digital reputation. The next step was to empower my students by actually teaching them how to make their own website. So I chose Google Sites. It's very simple and user-friendly. And as I was teaching the students how to do the websites, they really ran with it. They made their own websites. They actually took the concept of digital reputation and talked about themselves first, and then later on explored the different science topics that they were doing. But I was quite pleased that they first explored expressing themselves and their own digital reputation first. Another powerful thing about using a website to teach about digital reputation and writing for a general audience is the publish factor. In Google Sites, after the website is put together, there's this option to publish. And the fact that they can press this button to have their website published and actually be available to everyone on the World Wide Web really got them thinking, what's the content that I'm writing about? How am I addressing the audience? And it really got them to think about digital reputation and writing for a general audience. So this publish aspect is quite important and quite powerful. And the nice thing about Google Sites is that there's also a part where they can also publish, but maybe make it a little bit less public by not having their site be able to be found on the search engine of Google. So what was the outcome? Well, from the observations that I had with my students, I noticed that they were very engaged in learning. They really enjoyed the aspect of publishing and a general audience actually being able to read what they wrote. They were motivated to succeed. By having their own website, they felt a sense of ownership, and it really made them aware of who their audience is and how they can write to the audience in the most effective way. I also did a questionnaire to get some data, And I found that 95% agreed that it was important to know the teacher. 85% agreed that my website was helpful for them and also helpful for them knowing about the course and about myself and the expectations of a teacher. And 80% indicated that they learned more about audience awareness. So what are the implications of this for us as teachers? Well, we can consider using a website to express ourselves as a course manual, course expectations, to show what the task is. We can also start talking more about the concept of digital reputation. Who are we? Who is the audience? Audience awareness. And we can also use websites as a form of motivation. Students want to be literate, be able to do academic writing, but they also want to be digital literate as well. So the motivation with websites is we can possibly combine the aspect of digital literacy along with literacy. And it's a powerful way to learn language. Students are not only writing, but they're combining text, images, videos, web links. So it's a much fuller way of learning language, incorporating all different sorts of things into communication. And that's my learning innovation plan. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. My contact information can be found on the Hong Kong Polytechnic University website under the English Language Center, ELC. Thank you very much.